All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with Black Ops 6 Season 4 Reloaded, which is probably the weirdest update we've ever seen. Just based on what we've seen in the marketing. I mean, I haven't played anything yet. I'm a bit late to it for various reasons. The update took a while to update. I was also seeing the new Jurassic World movie, so that's why I was a bit late. I saw that as early as I could, and I posted it. I didn't post the review yet, but I recorded a review, and it's in the middle of uploading, so I'm probably gonna upload it while I'm live. But we're gonna be playing the zombies content and the multiplayer content. I don't think there's anything in Warzone to play as far as I'm aware, so I probably won't be touching Warzone today, but we're definitely gonna I want to check out Fringe and multiplayer. I definitely am excited for that. But let's start with zombies, because we have 2 modes, right? Is there 2 modes? Standard? Wait, I thought there was 2 modes. There's only 1 mode. What happened to the first room LTM? Is that not here yet? Did they like split up the dates of when they're, maybe that's releasing later? Why? I don't get that though. Like, why not just release it with the reloaded update? Why you gotta, I don't know, whatever. Okay, I thought it was released this today, but I guess not. But we have the Abomination Challenge, which is only on Liberty Falls. It's cell shaded map, and dude, that actually sucks. There really is no, I really thought that first from LTM was today. I guess I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just try Liberty Falls with this mode. I don't know what gun to use though. I don't think it really matters that much, to be honest. Why is everything locked? Permanently unlocked. Why is it, is this mode not let you use certain weapons? Oh no, the base is, oh, I'm stupid. That's how it's supposed to look. But I have the blueprint, so it doesn't matter. I'm stupid, because I'm not a high enough level. What could we start with? Kilo, maybe? I'll start with the AMX. I kind of like the AMX. It feels good to use. Like, no camos to run. I'll run that. Okay. Let's jump into it. I don't really know what this mode is like, to be honest. I don't know if it sucks, but I guess we'll find out. That's coming mid-season 4 reloaded. Dude, they have mid-season 4 reloaded? Oh my god. I guess that would be like, what, 2 weeks from now or something? What's good, Save Paradox? How you doing, Chad? Alright, that kind of sucks though. I was actually a little bit excited for that first room LTM. I really thought it was coming today. I'm sure they explained that in the blog post. I just, you know, didn't read the blog post clearly enough. What's this music? I kind of like it though. It's like sounds 90s feel. Oh, what the hell? Oh! The hell's that noise? Oh, that's the freaking Beavis and Butthead things. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of looks like diarrhea, bro. I'm gonna be honest, man. This kind of looks like diarrhea. No, I get what they're going for though. Like, it kind of, it's like cell shaded, but it looks like weirdly low quality though, like lower quality than it should. Like, Modern Warfare 3 did cell shaded, but I feel like it looked better than this, right? Am I crazy? Like, this looks like visually like kind of, I don't know. Like, it's making me a little nauseous. Am I is that just me? I don't know. Good. Might just be me. Oh, this is like zombie snacks, right? So you gotta pick up snacks off the floor. What even is this LTM? I don't really understand. You just have to kill an abomination and that's it? It's like zombie snacks, but there's an abomination you have to kill. I mean, a lot of zombies are spawning in pretty quick.
Double points.
I do like the music. I'll definitely give this mode credit for the music. I don't know. Like, I get what they're going for with the cartoon theme, but it looks like really low quality cartoon. Like a cartoon from maybe from the 90s. That's what they're going for, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like the idea of being low quality on purpose. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so where are we going? Mystery box. Like, I'm genuinely like getting nauseous by playing this. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, this is messing with my brain. Every type of special and elite will spawn in at some point. Oh, like even in the other maps. So that's interesting.
You know, boss, you walk a really
I really hope this music isn't copyrighted. That would be shitty.
Hey, is that so hard? You don't always need to be such a massive
Insta-kill.
Nice little insta kill. By the way,
easy.
I just wanted to talk about this for a second. If you guys follow the Going Dark podcast, definitely recommend you watch the newest podcast I did because they were interviewing a Sledgehammer dev, and I thought it was a really like insightful video, just learning more about like Call of Duty development and stuff. I didn't even finish the podcast yet, but from what I've seen so far, it was really insightful. I mean, I like the zombie snacks part of it just because of this, what do you call this again? Flow state, is it? Like, we are just demolishing the zombies. All right, I mean, we can just go get pack punch now, right? So when does this Mo come? The abomination thing? Is it like a specific round, or is it when I open Pack-a-Punch? I don't know. I'm just like, is that Mo? Ow! Damn!
Fuck 'em up. Honestly,
Is that Mo? I wouldn't know because I don't have health bars on, so it's not gonna tell me. Oh shit! I need to pick up some snacks. Give me your snacks. When does Mo come? Yeah, I thought about that right when I said it. I'm assuming this is Mo. I don't know. I really need some zombie snacks, man. Oh, dude, screw those guys. Give me some upgrades.
look who's keeping up with you geezers.
Give me that. Give me that. Ice cream. Nice, nice. Where's Jug? In the bank. You could tell I barely play Liberty Falls to the point where I don't even remember half of the perk locations. I'm like, I think this is definitely my least played map in this game. Either this or the Tomb, but I would say it's probably this. I think I played the Tomb more.
Time to bring the pain.
Oh god.
I'm always telling me to stop picking up scabs. Some things never change.
Oh god. Oh god. I need quick revive. Actually, no. Does quick revive even help in this mode? Probably not, right? Fuck it. I'm activating Etherella. Give me this. Oh! Is Etherella gonna do anything against this guy? I don't know. Oh my god. I don't think she does anything against him. Oh!
Can someone please tell me why these aren't
What? All right. Did he die? Oh no, he's still there. How much health does the sucker have? Well, is that like how you beat the mode? You just kill her or him or whatever, and then you exfil, or am I crazy? What's your highest round on this map? I couldn't even tell you. It's probably in the 50s or 60s. I'm not a high round guy. Like, once I get to a certain point, I just quit. I'm like, all right, it's not really fun anymore. I don't think there's been many maps where I've enjoyed like high rounding, but the Tomb I actually got to like 90 on, I think, because I enjoyed the high rounding on the Tomb a little bit more. Give me the donut.
You like that? I know I saw it fucked in.
Where is... There we go. It's kind of hard to keep a flow state going when you got ranged attacks. Oh god. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. The mode ends when he dies. Well, I would imagine if he comes when you open up Pack-a-Punch, then what I should probably do is not open that until, like, later. Until I have, like, a high rarity weapon. Reality UK confirmed armor is in BO7 and kill streaks. Let me take a look at this. Look, I'm okay with armor for the most part, as well as score streaks in zombies, but I just hope they're implemented differently. That's my main concern. But I'm gonna check this myself just because I'm curious as to the specifics. Oh, do we get that new skin? Should I use it just for the hell of it? I don't really want to, but we have it now. I can't believe they just gave everyone this for free, dude. I hate the idea of these type of skins, but fuck it. Fuck it, man. Okay, let's do this again. It shouldn't be too hard to beat this. I just wasn't prepared for that. Or we're gonna get prepared. Let me check out this leak. So he probably posted on Twitter, I'm assuming. And yeah, he's trustworthy because he's doing like, these are like file leaks. Like he's looking into the files. Outbreak shit got updated to show the new inventory system for Black Ops 7. Okay, so that kind of confirms Outbreak is in this game, right? Why would it get updated if it's not? Yeah, Outbreak, I'm definitely expecting open world zombies. I'd be shocked if we didn't get that. But as long as we have 6 round-based maps and they're all like in-depth maps, I'm totally fine with Outbreak also happening. What I'm expecting though, well, let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves here. As much as I'm very excited for Black Ops 7, I feel like the maps are probably going to be just as in-depth as BO6. I don't think it's going to go further than that, unfortunately. But yeah, if they do Outbreak right, I think it could work. I'm like hopeful that it'll be better than the prior open world experiences we've had. But who knows? Who knows at this point? All right, so I'm gonna keep reading his tweet while I'm playing. So it says inventory slots, equipment, armor. So yeah, I guess that confirms armor's in the game, which, like I said, I'm okay with armor. Just I wish they do it a little bit differently though. Don't make it as OP as it is. You get ability 2 and ability 1. Is that like ability as in perks, maybe? Maybe that just means perks. Weapon primary, weapon tertiary, weapon secondary. Weapon tertiary, I think, is just your melee weapon, right? Kill streak, yeah. Like I said, I'm not expecting those to go away, and I don't have a problem with score streaks. I just, again, it's the implementation of them that sucks. Their existence is fine. I just don't like how you get them, like with salvage and the crafting bench and being on every map, and the fact that they're not zombies unique at all, except for like one of them, or I guess 2 of them. That's the problem. And this is operator, self-revive, skill track 3. Is that? I don't know what skill track is. Is that like augments?
Max armor.
Who knows? All right, let's go at the box. So yeah, I guess that does confirm armor is in the game then. I don't know, man. I'm really worried for this game. I really am, but I think I have a lot of faith. Oddly enough, most of my faith is in multiplayer, which might be kind of weird to say, because I feel like it's the opposite for most people. But I don't know. I feel like most of my faith is in multiplayer because I feel like it's going to be a lot like MW3 2023. I think they're going to significantly improve on the problems of this game. I think skill-based matchmaking is still going to be a bitch. But I think the futuristic setting is going to make for a wildly interesting multiplayer compared to this year. But zombies, I'm still really worried about. I think zombies will be good. It's not going to be bad. It'll probably be a little bit better than this game, is my guess. Which is fine, but I think the issue is that, like, me and a lot of others, we want it to be, like, We want Black Ops 3 level shit. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's not going to be that. But who knows? I could be wrong. It really just depends on these mechanics, man. I don't want the same mechanics. I feel like if we get the exact same mechanics, it's just not going to be... The maps are going to be not as fun. Even if they go really far with, like... I mean, like I said, map depth is important. But it's not going to matter if the core mechanics are kind of, in my opinion, boring. I really do think the Modern Zombies mechanics are boring. I don't think the Modern Zombies games are boring. I think the mechanics are boring. Which might be a hot take, because I know a lot of people love these newer mechanics. I think they're kind of boring. Especially because we've had them. Just think about this for a second. When it comes to just Treyarch games, if we get the modern mechanics in Black Ops 7, we will have had more Treyarch Zombies games with modern mechanics as opposed to Treyarch Zombies games with classic mechanics. That would be insane to me. Because World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, those are 4 Zombies games with classic mechanics, right? Black Ops 4 is kind of like a middle ground where like it feels classic in some ways, but it's also not classic at all. So I would say it's kind of a mix. And then you get Cold War, Vanguard, MWZ, BO6, and now BO7. That would be 5 games. That'd be more modern era, modern mechanics, Treyarch Zombies games compared to... That would be crazy. It's time to bring the classic stuff back, man. But I don't know. It's hard to say because the games were made like back to back, so it would make sense that the mechanics would be similar. I'm just hoping they're not. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping they're not. But we'll see. Who knows at this point? I'm still excited for the game. Even if we have modern mechanics exactly like BO6, it could still very well be a great game. It really just depends, you know? It's just, I don't want that. That's kind of like my main takeaway. You have to change weapons. He becomes resistant to the same thing. Wait, what? Wait, why? He becomes resistant to it. That's kind of weird. I mean, it's an interesting mechanic, but is that a mechanic that, like, does the UI show you that at all, or did I just miss that? I feel like that's kind of a weird mechanic to not... Like, there was no way of me knowing that, you know? But I do like... I think that's an interesting idea, though. Oh god, dude, those guys are scary. I did see the MP40 leak. Yeah, so we were getting the MP40 in Season 5, which, honestly, if they do carry forward, I kind of only want carry forward for guns like that, like classic guns. I don't want to see, like, all the 90s weapons and stuff in BO7, but, like, the MP40, PPSH, I would love to see those back. Olympia would be cool to see again. I don't mind them carrying forward those guns. Especially if it's just carrying them to zombies and not multiplayer too. That'd be fine with me. Armor allows more enemies to be on the battlefield. You don't really need it though. You know? Because you could just make it so, like, there's other ways to maintain hits from the zombies, you know what I mean? Or don't make the enemies hit as fast as they do, I guess is another way to put it. Because they hit fast nowadays compared to the older CODs. So just make them hit slower, I don't know.
Max armor.
And we need some snacks, like, right now. We're about to die. I'm using a crappy weapon, though. That's my issue. And they are not dropping snacks. Give me some snaps. Or snacks, not snaps. What's up, No Name? This is the easiest challenge, I swear. Just use the GS45s. I did 40k damage per shot. Damn. You see, I honestly don't use those guns, like, at all anymore. I probably should, but I don't think I've used them in a long time. That would probably make this a lot easier, though. Because, I'm not gonna lie, we struggling right now. I just, look, we could get Pack-a-Punch. We have so many points, but, like, I kind of want a high-rarity weapon first. And trying to do that while there's a bunch of zombies on you is kind of tricky. Well, maybe we should just get Jug first and foremost. Well, let's get Armor and Jug. That'll help. What's new on this update? Literally just this Abomination mode. I think there's, like, a new gun, too, or something. I don't know. I genuinely don't get that excited with new weapons anymore. I don't know what it is. Like, back in the day, they added a new gun to zombies. I'd be freaking out. Like, I'd be so excited. Like, the Marshall 16s getting added to Zetsubo, I was tweaking. I was so excited. Nowadays, I'm like, okay, I don't know what it is. It's just, I feel like the guns all kind of feel the same, so nothing really excites me that much. But I guess, you know, I think they added the Olympia, right? I guess that's kind of cool because that's like a, you know, Zombie's iconic gun. And I'm sure it's a lot better in this game than it was in the past, so that could be fun. Let's go to the box. Let's go to the box. Let's get stamina. Oh, you could buy the GS-45 off the wall, right? Where is it on the wall on this map? I'm pretty sure it is. Is it over here? Yeah. But it's such a low rarity. Plug it. Why not? Could the fact that it's just 4 abilities mean we could be going back to the 4 perk max? I doubt it. I hope. Or at least like 5 or something, but I doubt it. I think what's more likely is... I don't know. I tweeted it the other day, or I guess yesterday, an idea that I had about like a pick 10 system in zombies where you have to choose between various things like perk slots. Like you can get extra perk slots, but it comes at the cost of like maybe not having, you know, armor at spawn or not having any loadout weapon that you want, like stuff like that. I think that could be pretty cool. Would they ever do it? Probably not, but I don't know. It'd be better than what we have now for sure. What's up, Nitron? At least BO4 failed, or I think I said failed, and nailed the atmosphere. Every map felt really unique. Yeah, that's why I love BO4. Like, BO4's mechanics I don't love, but oh my god, the atmosphere and the maps are incredible, so I don't really care. And maybe hot take, I still like those mechanics more than what we have nowadays. Like, I think the perk system's the worst thing about that game, but most of the other stuff's not, like, as bad. You still have a classic shield, right? You don't have the armor system. The point system's not as bad as it is today. It's not great, but it's not as bad. You obviously don't have the loadout system problem, so it's, I would say, a lot better. Gonna start spamming Toxic Zombies Disciples pretty much every single enemy in the game. Oh yeah, this will definitely help then, that's for sure. Yeah, even green rarity, these things are really good, so... We definitely need ammo, though. Because I don't use the mini-map, I always just don't know where the ammo crates are, but... That one I remember, so that's fine. Ow. That's probably the best strat, just run around the map. The Etherella trap just kills it in one activation. I think I tried that last game, but it didn't do it. So maybe you have to be, it has to be a little bit lower in its health. I could try it again though. Let me just get blue rarity. I mean, yeah, we'll try that again. Why not? Can we get the fucking Galil for Christ's sakes? Yeah, I'm surprised it's not in this game because it's... I mean, I guess people say the AMAX is like meant to be like a Galil, but it doesn't look anything like it. Like, I'm sure maybe it's technically like a modern Galil, I don't know, but it's not. People want the classic Galil. Yeah, I don't know, Etherall ain't doing shit right now. Give me snacks! We're almost dead. Yeah, I don't know, Etherall is not doing its work. It's not doing its job. That's okay. I'm assuming no score streaks are allowed in this mode because then couldn't you just get the mutant injector and you'd kind of be... Oh, you can get the mutant injection in this mode. Well, then that should be my strat. Then why am I not doing that? I wasted my salvage on this, though. Wasted my salvage. I would like it if BO7 had a small handful of BO6 weapons in the box, like how BO2 had a couple of BO1 guns. I agree, actually. Like, that would be cool. Don't just throw every gun in the game, but, like, Put it so it's like, yeah, some maps have some guns, some maps don't. That would also bring back the idea of map unique weapons too, so I would love that. Because having every single gun in the box would actually kind of suck, like really badly. Oh god. And they are not dropping snacks for me, huh? They are not dropping snacks. You gonna drop something? No? When is the last snack that I've gotten? Excuse me? Oh my god, with the cars exploding. What? Do the snacks not drop anymore? You guys have seen this, right? I have not gotten a single snack in like at least 30 zombie kills. Juggernog, wait, what? What the fuck? Why were those sitting there? I'm so confused. Wait, what just happened? Why were those sitting there? I didn't go down, right? Did I go down? No, I still have my self-revive. Wait, why did I... How does that work? Someone explain that to me, bro. I don't know what just happened. Did I lose my perks, but they were sitting on the floor for some reason? I don't know. What should we be doing now? I'm just gonna wait till we get mute injection. We're pretty close. Oh, give me that. You piece of shit. I do like this music. Oh no, Amalgam's on Liberty Falls. Ah, they hit me. Ow. Imagine if, like, I mean, look, I know we complain about them reusing zombies bosses all the time, which they do. But imagine they, like, never got rid of them at all, and, like, literally every map had every single boss. That's what it would look like. This is what it would look like. Oh, shit. Look at that. Give me it. Watch this, watch this, watch this. I don't know how much damage this thing does. I don't like all the damage number indicators. I know that would obviously be helpful information, but I quite literally think it looks so ugly. Which I'm not gonna lie, sometimes does bother me because I'm like, everyone else is probably using that and like getting advantages from it, but I'm just sitting here I'm like, I don't want all that crap in my game. I think it looks abysmal. Like, I don't want to see numbers popping up when I'm shooting zombies, man. I just don't. I would like it if it was in the bottom of the screen like it was in the older games, though, but I do not want to see that shit in the middle of my screen. Why do the cars regenerate themselves so they can just blow up the next round? Okay, we have enough for mutant injector. Let's just do that. That should kill it pretty easily. Okay. Where you at? I mean, see, obviously if I use the health bar, I would know how close it is to dying, but I don't like health bars, man. They're so ugly. They nerfed the mutant injector in the mode. I guess, I mean, as long as we do a decent amount of damage, it's better than nothing, right? Yeah, you're definitely right. This does feel nerfed. I feel like I would have probably killed it by now. I don't know. Yeah, this dude ain't going down. I mean, after this, I guess we'll go Pack-a-Punch. because we are ready for a third Pack-a-Punch. I mean, once we get this to the highest rarity, I mean, we're not even close in terms of salvage. I probably shouldn't have gotten the mute injection then. I didn't realize it wouldn't be as good as it usually is. What did that drop? Just a bunch of ice cream. I mean, the flow state's probably the best part to... best point to get kills, because isn't flow state like times 10 your damage or something? There's a way to get 2 pack 3s and legendary tools. You just need to get Mo to despawn. What? So I just run across the map or something? What is that? Oh, a free mutant injection. I mean, we might as well use it, right? Or should I save it? I'll save it for when I'm about to go down. I feel like that's smarter. Have you gotten Nebula? No. I have not played this game enough to do that at this point. Oh, there he goes. There she blows. The nail gun. I don't think I've ever used a nail gun. So let's Pack-a-Punch that. Why not? I'm guessing it lets you infinitely play, right? After this. That's a weird mode. Look, here's the thing. I don't think I'd ever play this mode again, but I didn't mind it. Like, it was decently fun this one time. I just don't think this would be quite a replayable mode. Like, I don't think I'd play it again. Well, yeah, I lost my perks again. Where'd they go? Oh, that's weird. Like, your perks just disappear? Whatever. It ain't a big deal. Oh, he knocks out your perks when he hits you. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. When Mo hits you with a charge attack, it drops your perks. Okay. Every boss on every map sounds like I'll need chemo for my cancer. I genuinely think that they would have done, not every boss, but like, I think like the Mangler, I think would have been on every map. I think they probably didn't do it because of how terrible the feedback was in regards to all those bosses. They probably plan to have even more on some of these maps, like more returning ones from the same game. I don't even mind having a lot of bosses on a map. You just have to space them out better. Like, have a boss on a map that only appears during, like, an Easter egg step, which they did that on Shattered Veil. They did that with the Easter egg, right? They had the Abomination, but it only showed up for that one step. Like, that's fine. You know, have bosses that show up literally once every, like, 20 rounds. Like, why not? You know, the Blight Father's a great example of that in BO4. That dude, like, never shows up in BO4. Like, I feel like he rarely appears. But, like, he's really cool when he does appear. So, you know, as long as you do stuff like that, I think it's cool. The issue with this game is some of the maps, they just spam them at you, so it's just kind of annoying. This nail gun's kind of fun. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, this cartoon thing is making me nauseous still. Like, I just don't like how it looks. Was that an epic power drill? I really did think the LTM, the first room LTM was dropping today, to be honest. I'm surprised it's not. Ugh. I exfilled immediately because Cell Shaded Liberty looks like garbage. It honestly does. I don't like the look of it. And like, I'm a fan of like the cartoony aesthetic in zombies and like Call of Duty in general, but not like this though. You know, like BO4 as a whole, that game has a cartoony look, but it still has a Call of Duty, like, I don't want to say grounded, but like, you know, it still has that COD look to it. But like, this is just, I don't know. I just don't care about the look of it, you know? It is interesting. I think the cell shaded stuff they did in MW3, I think that was also season 4, or maybe it was season 5. I don't remember. I don't really care to exfil, so maybe we should just down ourselves. We got to go out the old-fashioned way though, with the Aetherella trap. Enjoying this life-changing experience? No, I don't know. Honestly, I was expecting this to be like a decently long stream, but I don't think there's not much to do today. I don't know. I mean, I want to play Fringe. Damn. I do like the death animations in this game, though. Like, he just dropped, you know? What's up, Maple Shake? What's your thoughts on the Grief update? I think Grief is not that bad in this game. I actually do enjoy it. I just think it's a massive missed opportunity to not have private matches. Like, Grief loses its appeal to me when you don't have private matches, because, like, why am I gonna play that, you know, over well, why am I gonna play it long term is what I mean. Like, it kind of loses its appeal. Like, I enjoyed it for a little bit, but the whole idea of going back to it and playing it a bunch is getting to play with your friends, getting big groups, doing Grief leagues, Grief tournaments, and not having a private mode kind of kills that. But also, I think the modern mechanics just don't work as well in Grief nowadays. I think part of what made Black Ops 2 Grief so fun was like the training zombies around and like the close quarters, like trying to like move around zombies and like you know how the zombie AI worked back in the day. Like, I think that just made Grief more fun. I don't know, this Grief feels more like, it's still fun, like I enjoy it, but it just doesn't hit the same. There's a lot of good stuff about it though. Like, I love the arenas. There's so many arenas. That's really cool. So that's literally all they added to zombies today. I mean, I know they're doing all the LTM later. I'm already halfway through this thing. Holy shit. I really hope they stop doing these premium passes, man. I just think it's so, I don't know. I don't know, man. You already have a battle pass. Do you really need all this? Yeah, it's gotta be the worst collab they've ever done, to be honest. But you know what's so funny though? I saw the leaked American Dad collab they're doing. It's the same idea where it's like this sort of aesthetic, the cartoon look. And because I'm an American Dad fan, like I enjoy that show, I don't mind it as much as this. And also because I could see Stan Smith holding a gun, whereas Beavis and Butthead holding guns looks a little bit stupider. You know what I mean? But like American Dad, I'm like, okay, I could see him holding a gun. So it oddly enough fits better with COD. I still don't know if I love it, but yeah, not a big fan of this collab. And I'm not against goofy stuff in COD. I've said that multiple times. I just think the goofy stuff needs to be better integrated with the game and the maps, you know? Like Infinite Warfare Zombies is the best example. That's goofy, but it fits. The whole aesthetic they're going for is goofy. It's literally a mode themed around different movie genres. And the movie genres are goofy genres, so it fits so well. But like, I don't know, this just doesn't really fit. You know what I mean? But I'm okay with goofy stuff. I am. Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer did a lot of that last year, and I loved all of it. Even the really goofy shit. But it just worked better, you know. And most of it wasn't like this kind of stuff where it was like premium passes and stuff. Rather, it was like map variants and stuff. Okay, but we're gonna play a little multiplayer. Just because there's more multiplayer stuff today than there is zombies. And to be honest, I think I'm more excited for the multiplayer stuff, which usually isn't the case. It's usually the other way around, but they added Fringe. So, of course, I'm going to be excited for that. Fringe 24/7. We got to play it. I mean, I love this map. I love BO3. One of my favorite maps in that game. So, I'm excited to see how it plays. Definitely excited to see how it plays. Do you think we will ever get a non-Treyarch zombies mode ever again? I definitely prefer Treyarch, but I also loved IW zombies in World War II. I want to say yes. Like, every bit of me wants that to be the case, but there's also a part of me that is worried that it might never happen. What is Overdrive? I don't even remember what mode that is. I don't know. I'm hopeful that it might happen with COD 2027 because that is Sledgehammer's next game. But I'm just so worried because, and I don't know what it is. Like, I would love to ask Sledgehammer devs this question because I'm curious if they have the answer. But like, is the reason they weren't allowed to make a zombies mode with Vanguard and MW3, was it because Activision didn't trust Sledgehammer to make a zombies mode? Or was it because they physically couldn't? like they did not have the resources or the time or the people to do it, so Treyarch had to step in to do it for them. My guess is that that was the case. I don't see Activision going, oh, you guys can't make zombies, it has to be Treyarch. I don't see that happening. Unless Treyarch like wants to make all the zombies modes, but I also can't see that happening because why would a studio want to make 5 different zombies modes in the span of 6 years? I don't get that. I feel like it just comes down to Treyarch had the manpower at the time. They had the resources. They had they were able to take separate studios to make those modes, whereas Sledgehammer didn't have a lot of time. Their studio was probably a lot smaller and in those points, so they needed the extra help from Treyarch to do it. I hope that they make their own zombies mode in 2027. I think that would be fantastic if Sledgehammer has the ability to, but I'm not holding out too much hope for it because I feel like a lot of times it just doesn't go that way. So I'm hopeful that it will, though. I really am. I guess we'll have to wait and see, though. Yeah, dude, it's so cool seeing Fringe back, though. Oh my god, dude. I'm so sick and tired of these like, it's so annoying. So there's so many HUD glitches. Like, explain to me why in season 2 they fixed this problem of the HUD between multiplayer and zombies being connected, yet the problem still happens. It hasn't gone away. Like, I don't know. I'm really excited for BO7, but I don't think these like bugs and glitches are gonna fix themselves. I think we're gonna still see a lot of that. It's unfortunate. I don't blame the devs. I think it's just like COD management is all over the place nowadays. So like these problems just never go away. They're probably working tooth and nail trying to fix them, but I don't know.
Eyes on enemy.
They don't seem to get fixed because this has been a problem since launch, and it's still a problem. We're 2 seasons away from the next Call of Duty, so kind of crazy to think about. Yeah, but what I was saying is Fringe. A lot of people were saying it wouldn't work without boost jumping. I don't get why. It would work just fine without boost jumping. People have this idea that like the boost jumping maps were like so specifically made for boost jumping that like anything else just doesn't work. Look, yes, they were made for boost jumping, but I don't think that means they couldn't work for boots on the ground as well. Because they clearly could. Infinite Warfare kind of proved that to me because there was a no boost jump mode in that game. Oh god. And it worked just fine. Like that no boost jump mode worked just fine in that game. But yeah, no, saved Paradox. I would literally do anything to see non-Treyarch zombies happen again. I would love Infinity Ward 2 as well. Like, I don't think they are, because if they were going to be making a zombies mode for MW4, we would have heard about it by now, for sure. We're already hearing about DMZ. We would have heard about zombies by now. So I don't think that game's going to have zombies at all. But you know what they're going to do, though. We all know what they're going to do. Season 6 of Modern Warfare 4, they're going to do a Halloween update. They're going to throw zombies into DMZ. They're going to throw zombies into multiplayer. It's going to be this whole zombies haunting thing. And I'm going to be sitting there going, dude, why couldn't we have had this since the launch of this game? Why didn't you just make your own zombies mode? Like, Call of Duty is, like, zombies is Call of Duty at this point. Like, it is such a big part of it. They have proven that. They have had some sort of zombies content every year for the past 11 years, I think. Even in the games that don't have zombies at launch, they add in something zombies related later on. They always do. So, like, just do it at the start. You know what I mean? Like, why not? I don't get this whole zombies burnout thing. Like, bro, if it's a different studio making it, and they make it in their own way, their own flavor, I don't see the issue. If you're getting burnt out, just don't play it. That's the way I see it. Just don't play it.
Feeding the fishes.
You don't have to play every zombies mode. I just want to see fresh takes on them. I feel like zombies has so much potential. You know, it's like so much potential that will never be achieved if it's just one studio making it every like 3 years or something, you know? Or even worse, one studio making it almost every year with the occasional skips. You know, that's even worse. Oh, come on. We were going all over street there. Black Ops 6 is trash. It's the worst Call of Duty. I say do not buy. I don't think it's the worst. I have a lot of issues with it, but I genuinely don't hate it as much as other people do. Like, campaign I think was decent. Not amazing, but decent. I liked it a lot more when I first played it, but I think I haven't really thought about it since, and I think that means I probably didn't love it as much as I thought I did. Oh shit. I don't really know if I should go this way or not. Boom. We had better accuracy. What was I saying? Yeah, campaign's decent. Multiplayer, I think, has a lot of issues. I just think, for me, the biggest issue with this multiplayer is it's just kind of doesn't do anything that amazing. You know what I mean? Like, it's very plain, very bland. Doesn't really, like, achieve anything that highly. You know what I mean? I also hate the fact that they made some changes, like, I mean, not even necessarily changes, because a lot of recent CODs haven't had this, but, like, why take away streak looping? That was in last COD. Why did we remove it? No idea. The maps aren't the best either. This is probably the best map in this game, to be honest. Honestly, just after playing it for a little bit right now, I'm really loving it. Maps aren't great. I think the live season hasn't been the best either. Like, haven't really been adding the best stuff. Their events have been pretty bad for the most part. But I still think the core gameplay is okay. Like, it's fine. It's just like any other recent Call of Duty, Treyarch Call of Duty, I guess. It feels similar to, like, I would say it's a mix of MW3 2023 from last year and a little bit of Cold War as well. That's like the best way to kind of give a comparison to this COD. And then Zombies, I think, is also like in a similar position where I think it's decent, but I also like it's better than the recent CODs, but it's just not nearly as good as like the peak of Zombies, you know? Like, it's not even, it's to me not even close to the peak of Zombies. And a lot of that has to do with the mechanics, just not having as much depth in the maps and the modes and stuff. And just a lot of weird choices in general with that. But like, it's in the, I would say it's a very middle of the road COD for me. Like, it's maybe a little bit above the middle of the road. Like, if I was to rank every COD, there's what, like 16 of them, 17 of them, like main ones. I would say it's probably ranked around like 9 or maybe 8, top 8. So kind of like in the middle, maybe even top 7. I don't know. It's really hard to rank. I would say multiplayer is like in that spot. Multiplayer is like 10 or 9. Zombies is a lot higher, obviously, maybe like 6 or 5. But yeah, so I wouldn't say this is like worst of all time. I don't know. But of course, if you feel that way, that's totally fine. You're allowed to feel that way.
Capping the objective. Stay sharp.
I don't think anything's getting worse than Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2, 2022. Those are like the worst shit I ever played in Call of Duty, by far. Oh god. Get me the fuck out of here. It's already the best map in this game, I think.
TACOM, launch a UAV.
We're gonna flip spawns. Wait, what are we losing? Are we losing anything? No. Can someone peek their head up there, please? Peek your head so I can snipe it off. I don't really want to rush right now, but no one's moving. Oh shit, we're flipping. We're flipping. I looked at the mini map at the moment he walked around the corner, so I delayed my shot. That was my bad. My bad. I'd enjoy private matches more too. Yeah, if they added that for grief. I think Call of Duty in general just doesn't want players in private matches anymore. I've kind of noticed that. If you look at multiplayer, their private matches suck nowadays. Like, they used to have so many custom settings for custom games in multiplayer, and they just don't exist anymore. Like, they do not want... They do not want you in custom games. Which sucks, man. Like, that is the charm of Call of Duty for me. Like, I used to do so many custom games with my friends back in the day. And the fact that they just don't want players there anymore is stupid. But Dan, you can grind 115 grief wins for a single static cam. Or as a calling card, yeah. Yep.
Sleep easy.
Definitely want to do that. I'm just like so uninterested in calling cards. It's not even funny. Someone tried to tell me that like the Dark Ops stuff is like really in-depth content that adds a lot to the game. I like couldn't disagree. I couldn't agree at all because like I just don't care. Like, they're calling cards. I don't know. They don't excite me. If each of those Dark Ops challenges had a camo behind it, that's different. I would be loving that system, but they don't. So I just genuinely don't care. Black Ops 2 Grief was better. Yeah, I agree. Last time we saw this map was BO4 Blackout. Oh yeah, technically it was in Blackout. Wait, I think it was in Blackout. I want to say you're right, but I don't remember. I think it was. You might be right. Which is, that's still kind of weird to me that Blackout had a lot of maps that didn't show up in BO4 multiplayer. Like they had Hijacked, wasn't in BO4 multiplayer. They had Raid, wasn't in BO4 multiplayer. They had Standoff, wasn't in BO4 multiplayer. But they added those to Cold War, so I guess they saved them for Cold War, but would have loved those in BO4 as well.
Where you going, mate?
I guess they can't put every single map, because then you get those people who are like, oh, they remade this map for the 50th time, which, look, I get those people who say that, I understand that, but like, at the same time, if it's a good map, I don't really care, you know, as long as they have a lot of other maps and they're not just using that as the only content, then I'm okay with it. Like, yes, I hope Raid comes back in BO7. I would love that. I know it's been in multiple CODs already, but I love the map, so I would like to see it again. As long as they have a lot of new maps too, I don't see the problem. But there are some maps that they should definitely bring back that they haven't had in a while. Or if they haven't brought back ever. Like Plaza from BO2, that needs to come back. I'd be shocked if Plaza doesn't come back. I'd be really shocked. You know, I think I played BO4 was for Blackout. Blackout was really fun. Definitely was. Track devs probably have too much on their plate making a zombies mode each year for every COD, along with making their own COD. Exactly. So it's like, how can they make these great, you know, in-depth zombies experiences if they're doing that? That's why I want them to stop that. They should be sticking to their own games, and the other studios should make their own zombies. That's what I want. That's what I think we need as COD fans. Did you see the rumor that Janice Towers DLC 4, that his name is The Reckoning? Yeah. They found the name via the audio files in Grief. Yeah, I saw that. It's a decent name. I don't really mind it. Some people said it was a bad name, but I think it's fine. I love BO6 campaign. Cold War's campaign was better. It didn't have open world mission, and it reminded me of Black Ops 1. I don't know which one I prefer, because I think there was probably more there was more highs in the Black Ops Cold War campaign. Like there was much better highs. I'm actually gonna play the other mode now. What was it? The COD Tunes Mosh Pit. Yeah, let's try that out. What was I saying? I think, yeah, the highs were better, but I think Cold War's ending was so rushed, and I didn't think it was anticlimactic for the most part. So I think BO6 is ahead in that department, but I don't know. I really can't. I ranked BO6 higher when I did my recent campaign ranking, but nowadays I think maybe I would change my mind. I don't know. DLC maps have been better than all the launch maps, I think, aside from maybe Skyline. I have a ranking on my phone, actually. Like, I update my ranking every time they add a new map. I only include new maps, though. I don't include, like, remasters. And currently, my ranking goes... I think Payback is my favorite map in the game. Might be a hot take. I think that map is great. Skyline is number 2. Barrage was really good. Haven, Hideout. So, yeah, those are all DLC. Bounty, Dealership... Yeah, so I had a lot of DLC maps pretty high. But then there's also Extraction, which is the bottom of my list. I think Extraction is one of the worst maps of all time. I hate Extraction. I think it's so bad. Like, unbelievably. I think it's the top 10 worst map ever made. And it was, I think, a Season 1 map. I saw you try to wall run right there, probably. I'd argue BO6 is the worst zombies out of all the Black Ops games. Damn. I like it more than World... I mean, well, I know you said Black Ops games, not World at War. I like it more than Cold War. And I do think I like it more than BO1. I'm not like, look, BO1 I'm nostalgic for. I have all the love in the world for it. It's just not, like, it doesn't have a lot. And it's just, it was great for its time. I don't look back on it as fondly as I maybe used to. But I don't know, it's hard to talk about that game because it's like, obviously I love what it did, but I'm an Easter egg guy and their Easter eggs are kind of whatever. It's they're Black Ops 1 is all about just surviving, and that's cool, but that's just, high rounding is not my thing, you know? So I don't know. Easter eggs just aren't great in BO1. But yeah, BO2, BO3, BO4 definitely better than BO6 for sure. BO6 campaign was way better than Cold War. It's just BO1 in reverse, so on original. Yeah, I don't know. I think both campaigns are good, though. I'm not like... I don't dislike that many COD campaigns. Like, I think MW3 2023 is the worst, for sure. Black Ops 3 is one of the worst as well. And then... what else is there? Ghost is pretty low for me. I think Vanguard's pretty low as well. But most of the other ones I think are pretty good. I'm a Scud truther. I don't hate Scud, but I don't really like it either. I'm kind of indifferent on it. I hate the strike maps too. I hate that idea. I'm so against the concept of having these strike maps that don't have any score streaks on them, and then also putting them in playlists with regular maps. Like, why does the small map mosh pit have a bunch of strike maps? Like, just do a face-off playlist like you did in Cold War, and have those maps be exclusive to that, so I don't have to ever see them ever. Because I would love to play the small map mosh pit and for it to be small actual maps like Nuketown, Payback, I guess, well, what is that map called? Subsonic is a small map that's a real map, you know? The strike maps aren't real maps, and I really don't enjoy them because of that. Like, I think MW3 handled small maps so much better, it's not even funny. Also, just like, honestly, strike maps to me, like, it should just be like cutting out sections of regular maps and then turning those into strike maps. I don't really see the point of making these really cool original locations for those maps, like wasting development time on those, because I just don't care about them. Like, when you remove score streaks from a map, I literally just don't care anymore. No! Run! Run!
Enemy trophy system.
We're like one kill off something here. I'm kind of terrified right now, not gonna lie. What is this gun? Ew.
Enemy UAV inbound.
How did we die? Oh, we didn't die? What?
Hardpoint active.
Yeah, why'd I peek my head out there? That was on me. That was on me. Thank you for not just hitting on everything and having legitimate balanced takes. I try my best. I like to think I'm a very unbiased person, like, when it comes to, like, video games, movies, and stuff, and TV shows. Like, I'm very much like, however I feel about it is how I'm gonna talk about it. Like, that's about it. I will never be like, you know, like, you could tell there's people who, like, they have I don't want to say allegiance, but like allegiance to like specific, whether it's like studios or like I don't even want to say developers, but like even with like movies, like filmmakers, like there's people who just hate certain filmmakers and they will automatically hate on everything they do no matter what. But like, you gotta just talk about it for what it is, you know? Don't take all that other bias shit into account. Just, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't, you know? And I don't think there's many things out there that are like all bad or all good. Like, there's very few things that I would sit there and be like, yes, everything about this is shit. That just doesn't exist. I don't think there's many like movies and shows that I would say that about. Even like Vanguard Zombies, like I would sit here, I could name at least 10 positives about Vanguard Zombies. People will say, oh, there's 0 positive. No, you could. You genuinely could. Maybe I can even do 20 positives. I don't know. But with that, there's probably like 100 negatives. So, I mean, there's that. But there definitely are things you can point out that you're like, okay, that was good about that game. I feel like you are more likely to get something perfect, though. Like, I have played games and watched movies where I don't really have any negatives with it. So, I don't know. To be honest, I haven't liked the Black Ops campaign since BO2, then Cold Wars came out, and I liked it a lot. And it may be a hot take, but I did not like the BO6 campaign at all. Yeah, it is crazy that Treyarch hasn't made a campaign since BO3, because Raven's been making all the other ones. But I did hear that Treyarch, I think, is doing more work on the campaign this year. I don't know how much work, though. I don't know. Like, it's them and Raven working together on it. Oh shit.
Sniper is down. You may move.
You know what I really hate about this game? It's such a nitpick, but I hate the font for like the +100 that pops up on the screen. I hate the font out of it. It's so, it looks like a basic like Arial font that you like put in like Microsoft Word. It's just so ugly. Like MW3 had such a nice looking font that like looked so cool. This font is just like, I don't know, man. It just, and you would think that doesn't really matter, but I think it makes a difference to like the aesthetic of the game and the feel. I'm hoping next year has like a futuristic looking font. Oh shit.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Got him. Got that.
At the hard point.
Trophy system.
Hostiles got the hard point. Not for long. That grenade's gonna kill at least one. Oh, there was a trophy system. Oh. Ah. The only campaign I generally hated were BO3 and Ghosts. MW 2023 was just boring. Honestly, the best Warzone era campaigns, hot take, are Vanguard and BO6. Vanguard definitely has its positives. I think I like it a lot more when I look at it as a World War II stories like campaign, where it's like it's not meant to be like a, it's not meant to be what it was advertised as. Like it was advertised as this like, you know, this group that was going to be working together, and they were only really working together for like 2 missions. It's really meant to be like, okay, let's take 4 stories of different soldiers at war during World War II, and let's just see what their stories are like. And their stories are like, what, 2 missions each? So I think that concept is interesting. I'd actually thought about that before. Like, it would be really cool to have a COD game with like about a bunch of different wars across time, and you just go through their stories, like 2 missions each, very simple, and you just get to experience like a random story. It's not meant to be connected. Like maybe there is a connection there. Maybe it's like, you know, like a family lineage or something. Like it's their like, you know, grandfather fought in one war, and then their father fought another war, and then they fought in another war. Like, you know what I mean? That could be an interesting concept, but I don't know. Because like that would be the best way, because like I don't think they'll ever do like a World War I Call of Duty, for example, but that would be the best way to have World War I missions in COD, you know? Because you could do World War I missions and then also do World War II missions, and then also do like a Vietnam War mission, so it's like all 3 of that in one game kind of mixed together. And it's like, you can call it like Call of Duty Bloodlines or something, and it's like the grandfather and then the father and the son, you know? Oh, that'd be really cool. I just thought of that off the top of my head, man. Get me in a Call of Duty support group or whatever, or what do you call them? Focus groups. Let me throw around ideas, and maybe they can use them. I don't know. And like that would be the best way for them to like do like a really gritty campaign, where it's like, because obviously COD loves to do like really like over the top stuff, but like this could be like an actual like really gritty, like each of these stories are taken very seriously. It's showing the horrors of each of these wars. I think that'd be cool. And the multiplayer for that game would just be a mix of World War I, World War II, and like Cold War stuff, I guess. Ah, god damn it. I don't know why, but you remind me of Hayden Christensen. Fun fact, I actually dressed up as Anakin for Halloween 3 years ago, so, you know, I actually thought I resembled him somewhat in that post, so I appreciate that comment. What's up, 3 Zepticus? Am I saying that right? Not gonna lie, for MP, I have... Oh shit. For MP, I have moved over to Battlefield. I love playing a multiplayer that actually has an identity. Been playing a lot of Battlefield 1 in particular. Battlefield games, I've never disliked a single one. Like, I'm a Battlefield casual. I will admit I don't play a lot of it, but whenever I do, I always have the time of my life. Like, those games are really fun. I would love to get more into them. I just don't really have the time because I'm already so heavily into COD. But I would love to play more Battlefield for sure. And fun fact, actually, if you guys want to see me play like a bunch of different Battlefield games, like some of them for the first time, I actually did a video on that like 2 years ago. It was like playing every Battlefield in one video. That was a really fun video to do. It didn't do well whatsoever. I did it a while ago, but it was pretty fun. Well, I played all the battlefields that are available currently, because some of them I couldn't even like find on Xbox. I think some of them are PC exclusive.
Grenade out.
Oh shit, did I flip the spawns? I was killing so many, I flipped the damn spawns. Oh, nice. No, don't kill me. No! We were a couple kills off the gunship. We got a helicopter though, that's nice.
Time's nearly up. Close it down. Hardpoint active.
Arrow 2-2 established above. Commencing hunt.
Hardpoint secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. We're kind of going off right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Hardpoint locked down.
Maybe this is my mode. What is that electric gun that dude keeps shooting me with? It's a blueprint, right? That's not an actual gun that shoots electricity. Oh, you piece of shit.
Arrow 2-2 MTL. Midpoint check.
Requesting recon overhead.
Expert, do you read YouTube chat? Hell yeah! That's what the streams are for. I don't understand how some streamers don't read chat. Like, I've seen some streamers that don't do it. Obviously, if you're like a really big streamer, it's gonna be hard, I guess, to like keep up with it. But I couldn't imagine not reading chat at all. Cause like, what's the point then? You know, why not just make a video then? MW 2018 is my favorite modern COD in general. I can get why people love that game, because for what it is trying to achieve, it actually does achieve it really well. I just don't like the game though. I think it's going in a direction of for COD that I think is, in my opinion, not good. Like I think the gameplay is, it kind of takes away a lot of the skill element that COD should have, in my opinion. Which a lot of people like that though. They think it should be more casual, but I don't know. I wasn't a fan of that.
Captured the hardpoint.
Not to say there was no skill involved in that game, but just not nearly enough as it should be.
Foul authorizing UAV mission.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hardpoint locked down.
Oh my god.
Hardpoint
Throw in the game.
identified.
Throw in the game. Come on, you piece of shit. Yes. No! You piece of shit! Oh my god, I had to reload! I tried meleeing him, but I wasn't quick enough. Oh my god, man. That was actually a fun match. See, that's the thing though. COD is always fun when you're doing good though. Like, when you're feasting like that, you're always gonna have fun. Which is why we all hate skill-based matchmaking, that's why. I might go refill my water though, because it is a little empty. But I do want to play a little bit more. Is World at War still your least favorite COD game? It's so hard to say, because like, I want to say yes, but like, it doesn't feel right saying that, because a lot of my dislike for that game is like, it's just aged so poorly. But like, obviously when it was out, I had fun with it. I did enjoy it. I used to love it, but like, it's every time I try going back to it, I'm like, this is terrible. I don't think it's easily aged the worst out of any COD. So I'm like, I want to say it's bad, and I can't really put my mind back in that position I was back in 2008 and 2009. I just can't do it anymore. Like, I genuinely just, it's such a poorly designed multiplayer. Campaign is great. I'm just talking about multiplayer. Oh no, we are not. This is what I mean. Why is this strike map in the regular playlists? Get it out of there. Nobody wants to play that shit. At least I don't want to play that shit. I'll be right back. We're gonna play Party Ops. I don't know what that is, but we'll try it out. And then I'm gonna get a drink of water, bring that back. I'll be 2 seconds. All right. Oh wait, apparently there's a core. There's 4 slots in Black Ops 7 Zombies for something, so that could mean Mule Kick's coming back. 4 slots meaning like, obviously the 3rd slot is the melee weapon, but the 4th would be the Mule Kick gun. All right, let me read some of this chat that I missed out on. Let's see. Battlefield 1 was so good. Yeah, I love Battlefield 1. I even think 2042 is in a good spot right now. That's the thing. I was so confused by all the hate for 2042, but I also am not like I said, I'm a Battlefield casual, so I understand. Like, it's like a COD casual coming in and being like, why does everyone hate this COD? And like, they're having fun with it. But it's like, yeah, like obviously if you're a bigger fan of it, you're gonna understand some things that don't work for Battlefield games as much. And obviously if I played it more, I probably understand that hate that people had for it. But every time I played Battlefield 2042, I had a blast. So I don't know. Same thing with Halo Infinite. I loved Halo Infinite. I'm not a Halo guy though, so. What the hell? I got a skateboard? All right. Is this Sticks and Stones, maybe? Fighter? Fuck. I think this is Sticks and Stones.
Damn it, Butter, I said I wasn't ready.
Nice. Oof. Wait, this isn't Sticks and Stones. I got 30 bullets. Oh, piss off. Battlefield 1 is far better than 2042, I think, objectively, but I enjoy both. I honestly, like, if I was to rank the Battlefield games, my ranking's unpopular. I'll just say that right off the bat. Like, no one's gonna, especially Battlefield fans are not gonna agree with it, but I'll just say it. I think Battlefield 5 is my favorite one of the ones I've played, and I think the reason why is a mix of a couple things. I think the visuals obviously were beautiful. Like I mean, most of the games look beautiful. I think Battlefield 1 is probably might even be better looking, but Battlefield 5, I loved it. It was so beautiful. Like, it had a lot of color to it, but it was also just visually really beautiful. And I also loved the feel of the gameplay and the gunplay. Like, I'm a bigger fan of slower time to kill in video games. I just naturally am, just because I think I like having longer gunfights. I think slow time to kill works, or fast time to kill works too for Battlefield, but I prefer slower, not too slow, but like Battlefield 5 was in a pretty good place where I don't know, I personally had a lot of fun with that. And then I think Battlefield 4 is my second favorite. I just, really, I think Battlefield 4 is probably the Battlefield I played the most, actually. And then I would say number 3 is probably Battlefield 1, because yes, atmospherically that one's incredible. Like, they had some insane level, like, mission design, or not mission design. I didn't play the campaigns, so I don't know what those were like, but the maps were just like so cool. Like, there was one with the horses, like, oh my god, that was so fun. And then number 4 would probably be I want to say, look, again, hot take, I want to say Battlefield 4 2042, even though I understand why a lot of people hate it. Dance Off, what?
Get the binoculars, Beaver.
Emote to collect points. This might be the dumbest thing ever, but whatever. This might be the dumbest thing ever. Oh, come on, emote. Just keep emoting, dude. What are you doing? I forgot how to emote. Oh yeah, and there's Hardline. Battlefield Hardline, I think it was pretty good. Battlefield 3, I will admit, I played maybe twice, so I can't have a good opinion on that, to be fair. Like, my opinion doesn't mean shit for Battlefield 3. I played it like twice. But from what I played, I'm sure it was great, but it just kind of felt like Battlefield 4, but less, in my opinion, less refined. So maybe I wouldn't want to play it as much because of that, but it was still good. And then any Battlefield before Battlefield 3, I played less than like one game, maybe like 1 or 2 games, and because I played them recently, they didn't age well at all. Like, I tried Bad Company. I'm sorry, I didn't like them. I mean, I wasn't expecting to like them though, because again, they're so old. But was I really expecting to like that? What is this, tag? Oh, that's kind of fun. Oh, get the hell away! Oh, he's onto me. Oh shit, he's onto me. Oh, he's onto me. Why is he so close to me? Oh, this is fucking terrifying. Do I hear his footsteps? Oh shit! Why is he? I should not have turned around. Oh. This is actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. This is actually kind of fun. I'm in first place. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Battlefield games before that I just didn't really like them because, again, they haven't aged great. They were probably amazing back in, you know, the early 2000s, but yeah, I don't know. Didn't really enjoy them when I played them recently. And then there's the Star Wars Battlefront games. It's not really Battlefield games, but those are, I mean, Battlefront 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, so there's that. But yeah, not really Battlefield games, even if they're made by DICE. Where is this guy? Do you enjoy playing zombies solo more or playing with friends? It depends. Like, I prefer playing with friends pretty much for anything, but the issue is, at least nowadays, eliminate enemies with finishing moves. But what does this matter if the guy's gonna come up behind me and do that? I think I prefer playing with friends, but a lot of my friends don't play anymore, so it's kind of hard to like get us all together and get like a group going. Even like just like other YouTubers and stuff, I try sometimes to do things with other people. We do it sometimes, and it's always so much fun when we do play together. But like I said, it's just hard to find good time where we're all free, especially nowadays. It's just everyone's so busy. So, but I do think I prefer playing with friends overall. But I play solo more, though. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer playing with friends, but I play solo more. So I do care more about the solo experience. It's just, yeah, of course, I'm always going to want to play with more people. Streaming, though, I will admit, I think I prefer playing solo streaming. This is so stupid. I think I prefer solo streaming because... Oh my god, I got killed by Seth Rogen. I prefer solo streaming because it's hard to read chat and talk to friends at the same time, so I usually just don't do that. Usually. Sometimes I do, though. I'm looking forward to the Super Restrike reward in a month's time. Just hope they make it good like IW. I'm honestly not expecting a lot. Hope I'm proven wrong, but I don't think it's going to be that great. I think it's going to be like Cold War, where you get like a purple rarity at spawn. Which I hope is toggleable. I hope you don't have to keep that on forever. And maybe they'll give you some gobblegums. Maybe they'll give you like some extra points to start with. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to expect, to be honest. It's not going to be like Infinite Warfare level, probably. Because they're full steam ahead on Black Ops 7 for sure, so. I hope there's a Super Restrike boss fight at the very least, though. That is, to me, the best thing about the Super Restrike and Infinite Warfare is the Mephistopheles boss. I love Battlefield 5 as a Battlefield fan. People hate it, but I never understood the hate. Yeah, I never really understood it either. But again, I guess I'm not like a huge Battlefield fan, so I guess that's part of it. Should I play Battlefield? I was thinking because the graphics look so good. Yeah, I think Battlefield's really fun. It's just like the big, giant scale of it, the vehicles, the destruction of the environments. I think all that's really fun. I do think it's more fun with friends though. Like Battlefield is like COD. I think you can play by yourself just fine most of the time. Battlefield, I do struggle playing by myself. Like I think that's one of those games I prefer playing with friends. Because like, I don't know, sometimes you can be playing, I'm not saying it's bad solo, you could play it solo, but it's just so much better with friends because that experience of like getting in a tank together and like trying to find like an enemy, like an enemy conquest point or whatever, and like trying to attack it. Like that stuff is so much fun to do with friends. But it is still fun solo, I would say. Okay, even though I hate the strike maps, I'm gonna play Eclipse 24/7 just because I want to see what this map is like. But like I said, don't really care for strike maps that much. Yeah, there's Battlefield 6 coming out next year. Yep. I'm looking forward to that. There's already gameplay of it because of the Battlefield Labs thing they're doing. which it's like alpha gameplay though, so it's not like, you know, I guess pre-alpha gameplay maybe even. So it's not actually what it's going to look like fully, but it gives you a good idea, I guess. I'm getting the vibe that Battlefield 6 is going to be the MW 2019 for Battlefield, a reboot of sorts. Yeah. Visually, it does look like that for sure. Oh, that feels good. But I want to be honest. I do think they're going to end up going, and I know people are going to not like this. I don't think it would work for Battlefield, but I feel like they're going to go in the direction of Call of Duty and Fortnite with like goofy skins and stuff because they just sell better, you know. I think they're going to end up doing it. I know a lot of people would hate that. Like I said, I'm okay with goofy skins in COD, but I do think Battlefield, it would be really bad. It wouldn't work. Like Battlefield does work. I think Battlefield is a game where immersion matters. Like I don't care that much about immersion in COD MP. Battlefield though, immersion's like 80% of it. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like they probably shouldn't go too goofy with the skins, but I feel like they will. It's just too successful. Like goofy skins sell so much more. That's why they do them. They wouldn't do them otherwise. I think majority of people online complain about them, but the people who complain about them, half the time they end up buying something goofy anyways, because something comes out that looks cool and then they're like, ah shit, maybe I should buy it, even if they know it's really goofy. And we're obviously the minority of people like us complaining online about goofy stuff. Most people don't care. But like I said, I don't talk about this before in the stream. I don't mind goofy stuff as long as it is integrated into the game in some way. I just don't like it when it's like, oh, we're just gonna throw this goofy thing in here as a $20 bundle, and like that's when I don't like it. But like Infinite Warfare Zombies, I love, and it's goofy. Like that's awesome. And I hope the developers, like, I really think we need to be specific with our criticisms, because if we're not specific, then we're gonna end up in situations that we don't want to be in. Like, I would love to see something like Infinite Warfare Zombies again. So we have to be open to the idea of really goofy shit if we want something like that. But we got to be clear about what type of goofy shit we like, you know? It's not Beavis and Butthead as, you know, $30 bundles or whatever. Dude, what kind of streak am I on right now? I'm on like a 10 kill streak. Which this is exactly why I hate the strike maps, because guess what? If we had score streaks right now, I would have a bunch of score streaks and that would be really fun and cool. But nope, we're playing strike, so no streaks for me. How's the starting room mode? Oh, they didn't even add it. I thought it was coming today, but the abomination mode is the only mode they added today, and it was okay. I'm not gonna play it again, but it was. I had a good time. I just no reason to play it again. But yeah, they didn't add the starting room LTM, unfortunately. That's, I guess, coming in like maybe 2 weeks or something. I don't know. Playing with friends is always nice, but it's difficult for the timing. Exactly. That's the problem. I have a couple friends I went to high school with, and we used to play Black Ops 3 like every day back in the day. And in Infinite Warfare even, we played a lot. And I legit have played Xbox with them maybe like twice in the past year. It's like you just can't do it anymore, you know. I have the excuse of playing a lot of Call of Duty nowadays because I have a channel surrounding it, but like a lot of them, they work like full-time jobs. They got all sorts of stuff going on, so it's just like trying to find that time is hard, you know. But like I have the excuse of playing it all day long because I'm making videos off of it, which I've been slacking on, by the way. Those of you who want to see more videos out of me, I apologize. I've been slacking. All right, we're gonna play one more game. Let's just play. We'll play COD Tunes Mosh Pit. One more game and then I'll get going. Sorry we didn't play a lot of zombies today. Like I said, it's just the zombies update was a lot less than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be the starting room LTM, but it wasn't. So, have you ever seen Beavis and Butthead before? I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes. I wasn't a fan of the show too much, so not really. Haven't seen much of it. So basically, you fighting a Nazi to save the world. It's a first-person shooter set in 1941. Basically, the Nazi was so advanced that they beat America. Fighting the Nazis saved the world. The first person to shoot 94-1 is so advanced they beat America. Oh, you're talking about Wolfenstein. Oh, I see. You said you're talking about Wolfenstein. Yeah, I've actually never played it, but I know about it though. I've heard about it. What's up, Awesome Face? How you doing? Far into the future, but I'd love a super Easter egg in Black Ops 7 for completing all Easter eggs in Black Ops 6 plus 7. That would be so cool. But I don't know. I got no clue what they're planning. What should we use? I'm kind of bored of... I honestly don't like the Black Ops 6 guns that much. I think they're kind of boring.
Enemy black targets confirmed.
I don't know if that's a hot take, but I've gotten so bored of these guns. Like, I've used all of them. Like, I don't know. They're just kind of boring. I'm so excited for a futuristic game next year, man. Like, that's why I wanted them to return to futuristic stuff so we can actually use some really unique weapons. I don't have to use the same freaking guns that we've been using this for the past couple years, to be honest. Like the MP5s, AK-47s. I'm so tired of them, man.
Echo removed.
Securing Alpha.
Sniper has been punished.
I played Battlefield solo, but I much prefer playing with friends. It hits different. I agree, and it definitely does. Dude, like, some of my best memories are like getting in a jet in like Battlefield 4 and just crash landing it into like a building or something. Like, there's just crazy shit like that when you're with friends in there, and then, or like your friends getting attacked by a squad, and then you ram the jet into like the other team. There's some crazy shit you can do in that game.
Taking Alpha.
I definitely should play more Battlefield though. Maybe I could do videos on it in the future. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have much of an audience for it though. Because like I said, I did that one Battlefield video like 2 years ago. It didn't do well whatsoever.
Enemy UAV inbound. Taking Alpha.
But I guess I could post it on my other channel. I don't know. Battlefield is way better solo simply based on the fact that there's no skill-based matchmaking.
Locking down Bravo.
Oh, is there like more skill-based matchmaking when you're playing with a team? Or are you just saying like there's less skill-based matchmaking in general in those games compared to COD, so it's better solo? Immersion definitely mattered up to like Ghost and BO2. To be honest, in my opinion, I still disagree though, because like, yes, multiplayer had like an immersive aesthetic to it, but I wasn't playing multiplayer for that though. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't playing Black Ops 1 so I can pretend to be a Cold War era soldier on the battlefield. Like, I didn't feel that way. It was an arcade shooter to me first and foremost, and I was just playing to do crazy shit. But I never felt like the immersion was like a part of it. Zombies was different though. I feel like Zombies was more immersive. The campaign obviously was immersive too in some ways, but I don't know, I never really felt that way with COD multiplayer. And then when they added microtransactions, obviously they were going to start to get a bit goofy with it because, again, those just sell better. Nobody's going to buy a military, milsims camo because who cares? I don't know. You're going to want to buy the crazier stuff, especially because the milsim camos are the base camos of the game, So, like, I get why they're never going to go fully milsim for COD, and I don't think they should. I really don't. I'm, like, not of that opinion. I just think they need to be smarter with like what they adding. Like, don't just add anything just because you can get a collab license for it, Especially, like, I don't like the reason I don't like the Beavis and Butthead is because the art style is different. That's what I don't like about it. It makes it look cheap and I don't, like when everyone compares COD to Fortnite like they do, but yeah, this kind of starts to make it look like Fortnite when you have skins like that. Like, goofy skins is fine, but like, if you start changing the art style, it's like, I don't know, man. And obviously, I don't like the fact that, like I said, most of them are behind expensive bundles. That's something I don't like. I mean, Napalm, get inside, get inside, get inside. Oh my god. Fuck! Homie's not uploaded a first reaction video, but it got blocked. Submitted the dispute, so fingers crossed. Yeah, this blocking stuff is just so bad with that. What movie or show was it for? Because some of them are like, some studios are much worse than others.
They're taking C.
I don't even have any friends that still play zombies or even COD, which is such a weird thing. No, because I actually want to point this out, because now that you say that, I've also noticed that too. Like, pretty much everyone in my personal life has stopped playing Call of Duty. And like you could say maybe they've stopped playing video games in general because they're getting older, but no, I always see them playing other games. But like, how come Call of Duty as a whole is not really losing players? Like, they always show their statistics every year. It's like oh, the most played Call of Duty. Like I think Black Ops 6 had like most played players, I want to say ever, like at launch or something like that. I don't know. But like literally everyone I talk to is like, yeah, like I don't play COD anymore. Like everyone I talk to online is like, yeah, my friends don't play COD anymore. Like everyone's like, they're like done with this franchise. If I ever bring up COD in conversation, they're like, bro, no one plays that anymore. Like everyone says that. Maybe they'll try it out at launch for like a week and then never touch it again. But like, no, not a lot of people actually play it through the year that I talk to. But when you look at the stats, no, I think people are actually playing a shitload still. So it's hard to say. It could be like younger audiences coming into the game, more casual player bases. I don't know, but it's just like everyone my age. I'm 24. Like I'm not that old. So like, you would think that they would still be playing, but a lot of them stopped. They're not playing this anymore. So I don't know. It's crazy to think about that though. It always puts me in this weird spot because I'm like the dude who stuck around still playing COD, and everyone's like, dude, no one plays that shit anymore. I'm like, you know, I still have fun with it from time to time. Like I like as doomer as I am about Call of Duty most of the time, I do have faith that they will make a comeback because I don't believe any franchise is ever just gonna stay down the same path of not good. Like there's always gonna be ups and downs, and I think there's gonna be higher points that'll come later. I just don't know when, you know. Not that this game is like all bad. Like I said many times, I think this is a good game. It's just, oh wait, Nuketown? Why did it show the boat map and then Nuketown came up? I don't know. The guns feel the same since MW 2019. Exactly. I have Nebula and I'm currently grinding for Dark Matter right now. So wait, is Nebula the zombies one and then Dark Matter is the multiplayer one, or is it the other way around? I actually don't even know. Like I'm not a camo grinder in general. I've gotten very few camo mastery camos throughout COD's history. I did get Interstellar last year in MW3 because that was a really fun multiplayer and the grind was actually really fun too. So I was like, why not? But yeah, this camo, I didn't enjoy this game enough to do that. Plus the challenges, I'm not a fan of. Like the headshots is just, I don't know. I don't like the idea of having to get a bunch of headshots. I think it's just annoying. But honestly, if next year's COD is really good, I probably will go for the camo. I probably will go for it next year. I'm gonna test out the Olympia today and see how good it is in zombies. Yeah, I'm hoping it's decent, but I feel like most guns nowadays are pretty good in zombies. Like they as much as I complain about the variety of weapons, because I do think you're not really encouraged to use other weapons, they are all viable though. Like you can use pretty much anything just fine. Maybe not literally everything, but majority of guns you can be decent with. We did movie 43. Oh, I don't know much about. I think I've seen parts of that. I don't remember it though. COD definitely is losing players. They just try to hide it. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't think, like, I know people say Activision lies and all that, but like, I don't think they would be coming out with these statistics that are just bogus. You know what I mean? Like, why would they? I think they could legally get in trouble for that, being like, oh yeah, this is happening with our game, and then it's just not happening. Now, some of their statistics are wildly, like, what is the word? Wildly out of context, which I hate when they do that. Like, oh, this is the most played Call of Duty on this specific weekend on this. Like, they always try to make it like a very specific statistic that like doesn't really sound that impressive on. It doesn't really sound that impressive when you think about it, but like when you glance at it, it looks impressive. You know what I mean? They always do that a lot. But it's hard to say that not a lot of people are playing COD when, like, I'm pretty sure these games are still selling really well. There's a lot of people playing it. Now, is it retaining the player base? I don't know. I mean, there's been statistics showing that it's not retaining players that well, but then there's also been other people saying that they are, so I really don't know what's going on, to be honest. What I heard was that MW3 retained players very well, but MW2 and BO6 has not. That's what I heard. Which doesn't surprise me too much, given the quality of these multiplayers, but I guess for zombies, maybe it surprised me a little because I think the zombies is definitely better than last year's zombies. BO7 has a chance just because I think Treyarch does it best when they make futuristic games. Exactly, yeah, and they have infinitely more creativity, and hopefully they bring the BO2 guns back. Yeah, that's my main takeaway, is like there's gonna be more creativity there. I do think BO7 is the game they wanted to make the whole time. I genuinely think BO7 was basically a filler game that they had to throw in there because there was an extra year that they needed to throw in a game for, so I don't think this is what they originally wanted to make. Which is funny, because that seems to be a common denominator. Sledgehammer also wants to make a futuristic Call of Duty. They've been wanting to make one probably since World War II. So I think the devs just prefer the futuristic because of that. There's just more creativity to it. When you do like a past era game or like modern, you're stuck into those constraints of that era. And if you try doing anything outside of that, people are like, oh, it's not, that wasn't in the era, that's not realistic. And then it just like, it limits their creativity. So I think if they just do futuristic, they don't gotta worry about that. They can do whatever the hell they want. And I think even for zombies, like, look, I don't think zombies should ever stick to one era in their mode. But whenever it's in the past or modern, they do that. They stick to that era. You know? But every futuristic COD has gone outside of that era, so. Except for Exo Zombies, actually. That's stuck to the same time period for their zombies modes. But like BO2, BO3, BO4, Infinite Warfare all have very different zombies maps with very different themes and time periods and stuff. So I really hope BO7 does the same. There was those leaks and rumors that were really promising, and I hope they go through with them. Like there was the New York City map in the 1950s. Like that sounded insanely cool. But those were just like apparently concepts. Ghost of Hope said he doesn't think they actually went through with any of them, but even if they don't end up happening, just the very idea of them having those conversations means that they could end up doing something really creative like that. And also, it's the second game they're making, right, after BO6, and hopefully they won't have to make another COD until 2028. So they should have more time to just like focus on post-launch support. Whereas this game, they obviously kind of dropped it and went to BO7. I mean, they're still, you know, working on it here and there, but they definitely didn't have as much as they could have had for the post-launch, probably because of BO7, right? They aren't lying, it's just people leave after a month. Yeah, I guess. That could be true, because they don't really talk about, you rarely hear them give statistics about how the game is doing like post-launch. I think Warzone brought back a lot of people, but then yeah, they probably all left after that. I don't know. Yeah, we do a drinking game with our reactions, so I think that's almost, that alone is transformative enough for fair use. As long as you're not showing too much of the movie, like you're cutting up the clips, like you shouldn't show more than like 10 seconds of the movie at a time, I would say. And then you're probably good, so. If the statistics include the people who buy it and try it and don't play the rest of the year, it kind of is deceiving. Yeah, that's why I wish they did show more like retention statistics, but those you have to like get leaked and stuff. They're not going to share that. They're not going to be like, 50% of players left our game. They're not going to do that. What game do you think has the best weapons? For me, it's BO3. For multiplayer, I would say, yeah, BO3 or BO4. For zombies, World War II. To be honest. World War II had some crazy cool weapons. Really, really unique stuff. A COD studio needs you on your dev team. That would be a dream job for me. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of complications with that. I mean, people are getting laid off all the time. But, like, I think that would be a dream job. I don't have a lot of skills in like coding. I have coded before, but I'm not like great at it. I haven't really gone too far. I have a minor in computer science, so like I've done a little bit of game development stuff. I did make my own game with code, but it was very simple. It was like a Pac-Man game or something. It was so stupid. But I don't think I'm nearly good enough to be like an actual like developer. So I haven't even tried to go in that career direction. But it would be a dream job, especially if it was like a game design position where it's like you're not as focused on the coding side of it, but you're more focused on the like idea side of it. I would literally like, I would do that for a very low income. I'm not even kidding, because I would be so happy with it that I would do it for a really low income. Just like sitting there, just coming up with ideas and like write them out with the engineers and stuff, the game engineers. I mean, that'd be fucking amazing. But yeah, I don't know. The only problem with COD though is, as far as we've heard, they limit creativity so heavily, which is why the developers leave all the time, man. Like, we're hearing so many developers leaving, and look, they don't usually specifically say this is why, but I really do feel like it probably is why. They don't want to be stuck in a studio for too long, that they don't feel like they can get all their ideas out there, because COD inevitably, especially nowadays, I mean, maybe not 10 years ago, but like 2019 onward, like Warzone onward, they've been very restrictive for what the developers can do. And I don't think that would be as fun as a developer to like be in that position where you feel like you can't do whatever you want with the game, you know? Now, there are some exceptions, like obviously we saw like the Get High mode last year. I think the lead designer or the lead director of Sledgehammer did mention on Twitter, he's a former lead developer, because he left the studio, I believe, recently, but he was talking about how that Get High mode, they gave a lot of pushback to make that actually become a thing, because at first they were like, no, we can't, like, that's ridiculous, like, why would we add a mode like that to the game? It's a waste of development. Like, that was kind of the idea, but they pushed back a lot and they ended up getting it through, and then now they have it in the game, and it's a pretty fun mode. So like, I want them to just have more freedom with that, and I feel like, I mean, look, I'm not gonna speak for him, but I do feel like Jason Blundell probably left because of a similar reason. Just, there's just not enough creative freedom with this franchise, and he probably gets a lot of pushback on his ideas. And look, that's understandable in a sense, but like, the far pushback is like, let the developers and designers do what they want. They know best. I don't think the business head of Activision, who's just looking at numbers, knows what's better for the game than the developers. I just don't think they know better. This happens with movies too. Like, anytime the studios kind of meddle with the movie and the creative process, it ends up worse. Justice League is the best example. Remember Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? They come out with this movie, his movie gets torn to shreds because he has to step away, and they basically, like, the studio comes in and just destroys it, and it's just this terrible mess of a movie. And then he comes back later and actually like redoes it, like puts it back together and makes an incredible movie out of it. That's what I'm talking about. Like, the studios don't know better than these creatives, and I feel like COD is a franchise that, and look, just from the outside looking in, from what I've heard and stuff, I can't confirm it, I do think they hold the developers back significantly, and I want them to just not do that as much, because I think the best stuff in COD is from when the developers just did what they want, and then they ended up doing something really cool out of it. Like, Zombies is pretty much 90% of that, right? Zombies probably gets a lot of pushback all the time, and I wish they would go even crazier with it. Like, I would love an Infinite Warfare Zombies again. That probably would never happen today, because it was just like too crazy for its time. But Infinite Warfare, I feel like Activision was more or less restrictive during that period of time. You know what I mean? I don't think that's very interesting, though. Good weapon variety includes really shitty guns. Yeah, I agree with that. I think, for me, I like having shitty guns, but I think there should be a purpose, even if it's a really weird purpose. Like, for example, like the crossbows in BO3 that revive you when you get shot with them. They suck as a weapon, but they're really good for that. Like, that's what I like. It's like, even if they're really shitty, they should have a purpose, which is why the old point system's better, because those shitty weapons that are really bad out of the box, at least they'll give you good points, you know? So I like that balance, where I think everything should have a use, but not everything should be great at killing. That I agree with. So that is something that I dislike about modern zombies as well. Like, I think everything should be viable, though. Like, sometimes they'll have a gun in the past, like BO1 has a couple like guns that are just like, they're bad for points, they're bad for killing. It's like, what's the point? But I'm okay with those here or there, though, I will admit. Or maybe have them be really shitty when they're not pack-a-punch, but when you pack-a-punch them, then they're a little bit better, stuff like that. I mean, the whole player counts thing, yes, that's probably why they don't show player counts, but also, I think they want to avoid the situation of, like, someone, like, let's say in a few years, someone comes back to a COD and they load it up. If it says 100 players online, they might not even try to find a lobby, because they're going to be like, nobody's on, and they'll just leave, you know? So I think player counts, I prefer having them, but I kind of get why they're not there. Yeah, no, I would do anything to be part of a COD studio. Like I said, even with what I just said about the whole creative process probably being restricted, I would still be a part of it for sure. I mean, I think most of us would, to be honest, if we had the chance. It would just be fun. Said if they don't dispute it in the next 48 hours, it'll be visible. Yeah, it should be. That's how it works. It won't fix like the whole copyright, but it'll at least let it be visible for a little bit until it's either responded to or not. I think BO2 had the best weapon variety of any zombies game, especially because they had unique guns per map. I would actually say, yeah, probably. Like, they had a lot of unique guns in that game. Have you seen the F1 movie? Yeah, best movie of the year. I didn't do a full review on it on my other channel, but I did a YouTube Shorts review. So if you want to see that, it's on the other channel. Link in the description of that one. But yeah, I loved it. It was fantastic. Amazing directing, amazing everything. Okay, I'm gonna head out now. I had a lot of fun today, even if the zombie stuff was kind of whatever. I actually had fun playing multiplayer, but to be fair, I'm not gonna not have fun talking to chat. That's obviously gonna be fun, but I was hoping for that zombie LTM, the first room thing. That was a little excited for that, but I thought that was being added today. I was wrong. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. In terms of videos, I don't know what's coming next. Honestly, I don't know what I'm working on next, but I'll get to it as soon as possible. I would like to have another video out in the next few days. So yeah, I'll see you all later. Peace out.